Welcome to Shri Shri Radha Gopinath Mandir, Gopinath Bhavan, Shri Vrindavan Dham. Srila Gurudev ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Rupanuga Gauriya Guru Varga ki jai, Patit Pavana Shri Nityananda Prabhu ki jai, Prem Purushottam Shri Sachinandana Gaura Hari ki jai, Radha Vino Bihari Radha Gopinaju ki jai, Giriraj Maharaj ki jai, Harinama Sankirtana ki jai, Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Shri Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Okay. Beep, beep. Oh. Sorry, I left all my stuff everywhere here. 1 second. Hare Krishna. I have to check and see if Gurudev is in the picture. Almost. 1 second. Gurudev has to be in the picture. Radhe Radhe Sudevi. Not too late. Amit Dandakar Prabhu. Radhe Radhe. Okay. I need to go here. No, this way. Hare Krishna. So we will begin with Mangalacharan. Mangalacharan is the auspicious invocation calling for the grace, the blessings, the mercy, the sidelong glances of our beloved Srila Gurudev, our beloved Srila Prabhupada, our Rupanuga Gauriya Guru Varga, Patit Pavan Shri Nityananda Prabhu, Prem Purushottam Shri Sachinandan Gaura Hari, going all the way back to the original Guru, who is Krishna himself, and his Guru of Prem, Vrishabhananandani Srimati Radha Thakurani. You can find Mangalacharan on page 1 of this beautiful bhajan treasure trove, Sri Gaudiya Giti Gucha, starting with Mandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam. Maybe I'll put this microphone here. Sorry. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I hope that's okay. What else do I need? Okay. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tang Sajivam Sadvetam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitangscha Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayanati Namine Shri Krishna Leela Katane Sudaksham Avadarya Madhurya Gunaishcha Yuktam Varang Varenyam Purusham Mahantam Narayanam Tvang Shirashan Namami Tridandinam Bhakta Shiromanim Cha Shri Krishna Padabjadata Eka Hriddi चैतन्यलीलामृतसारसारं नारायणं त्वां सततं प्रपद्ये। नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमः विष्णुपादाय गौरप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीश्रीमद्भक्तिप्रज्ञान केशव इति नामिने। अतिमर्त्यचरित्राय स्वश्रितानञ्च पालिने जीवदुःखे सदर्ताय श्रीनाम प्रेमदायिने। नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिसिद्धान्त सरस्वती इति नामिने। श्रीवर्षभानवी देवी दयिताय कृपाब्धये कृष्णसम्बन्धविज्ञान दयिने प्रभवे नमः। माधुर्योज्ज्वलप्रेमाध्य श्रीरूपानुगभक्तिदा श्रीगौरकरुणाशक्ति विग्रहाय नमोऽस्तुते। नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दिनतारिणे रूपानुगविरुद्धापसिद्धान्तध्वन्तहारिणे। नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षाद्वैराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलम्भरसाम्बोधे पदाम्बुजयते नमः। नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्तिस्वरूपाय रूपानुगवरायते। गौराविर्भावभूमेस्त्वं निर्दिष्टा सजनप्रिय वैष्णवः सर्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जयतां सुरतोपङ्गोर्मम मन्दमतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्वपदम्बोजो राधा मदनमोहनो दिव्यद्वृन्दारण्यकल्पद्रुमाद श्रीमद्रत्नागारसिंहासनस्थो श्री श्रीराधा श्रीलगोविन्ददेव प्रेष्टालिभिः सेव्यमानो स्मरामि। श्रीमन्द्रसरसारम्भी वंशीवत ततस्थितः कार्षन्वेणुस्वनैर्गोपीर्गोपीनाथश्रियैस्तु नः। वृन्दायै तुलसीदेव्यै प्रियायै केशवस्य च कृष्णभक्तिप्रदे देवी सत्यवत्यै नमो नमः। पंचतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Now we will call for the mercy of Sri Gurudev. Gurudev Gabe Tava Karuna Prakashe by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, page 35, and our Sri Gaudiya Giti Gucha. Who's there? Radhe Radhe. Jiva Pavana Prabhu. Phuleshwari. Ananda Raghuveer. Atul Krishna Prabhu. And all the rest of you, Amit Dandakar, Hare Krishna. Gurudev, Kobe Tavo Karuna Prakashe. Gurudev, Kobe Tavo Karuna Prakashe. Shri Gaurango Leela Hoi Nitya Tattva Esu Dridha Vishwashe. Hari Hari Boli Godruma Kanone Brahmibo Darshano Yashe. Nitai Gaurango Advaita Shrivas Gadadharo Pancha Jano. Krishna Namorase Bhasha Me Jagata Korimo Bhasankirtana. Garthano Vilas Mridanga Vadana Shunibo Yapono Kane. Dekhiya dekhiya se lila madhuri Bhashibo premero mane. Na dekhi abar se lila ratano Kadiha Gaurango boli. Amare vishayi pagalo boliya Angete dibe kathuli. Gurudev, O kabe tava karuna prakashe. Gurudev, O kabe tava karuna prakashe. Gurudeva Jai Gurudeva, Gurudeva Jai Gurudeva, Jai Gurudeva, Gurudeva Jai Gurudeva. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada. Guru Parampara, Guru Parampara, Parampara, Guru Parampara. Srila Gurudev ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Rupanuga Gauriya Guru Varga ki jai, Shri Guru Parampara ki jai. Radhe Radhe, Tunga Vidya Didi, Hare Krishna Prabhu. कोई भजन वैष्णव के लिए एवारोपण ना करो हे वैष्णव ठाकुर ऐसा. Is it particularly like hot and humid today? Okay. I don't know. I was inside, so I'm not sure. Vaishnava. Haribo. এবার করুণা করো ও হে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর। Ten seconds. Okay.
বৈষ্ণব
এবার করুণা করো বৈষ্ণব গোসাই। Page 44 by Narottam Das Thakur.
পতিত পাবন তোমার বিনে
পতিত পাবন তোমার বিনে কেহ নাই।
হরে নিকটে গেলে পাবনে
কাহার নিকটে গেলে পাপ দূরে যায়।
এমন দয়াল প্রভু কেবা কথা
এমন দয়াল প্রভু কে বা কোথা পায়। গঙ্গার পরশ হইলে পশ্চাতে পাব।
দর্শনে পবিত্র কর এই তোমার
দর্শনে পবিত্র করো এ তোমারো গুণ।
হরিস্থানে অপরাধে তারে হরি
হরিস্থানে অপরাধে তারে হরি নাম।
তোমার স্থানে অপরাধে নাই করিলা
তোমার স্থানে অপরাধে নাহি কোয়েরা।
তোমার হৃদয়ে সদা গোবিন্দ বিশ্রাম
তোমার হৃদয়ে সদা গোবিন্দ বিশ্রাম।
গোবিন্দ কহে নমঃ বৈষ্ণব
গোবিন্দ কোহেন মম বৈষ্ণব পরা।
প্রতি জন্মে করি আশা চরণের ধূলি
প্রতি জন্মে করি আশা চরণের ধুলি।
নরোত্তমে কর দয়া পুনরাবলি
নরোত্তমে করো দয়া আপনার বলি। ठाकुर जय वैष्णव ठाकुर, वैष्णव ठाकुर जय वैष्णव ठाकुर, all वैष्णव ठाकुर की जय। Now we will call for the mercy of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Akrodha Paramananda Nityananda Rai by Sri Lochan Das Thakur, page 60. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Akrodha Paramananda Nityananda Rai, Abhimano Shunya Nitai Nagare Berai, Abhimano नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। प्रेम पुरुषोत्तम सचिनंदन गौर हरि की जय। प्रभु जी कोई गौर भजन, anyone you like? यदि गौरांग नहीं तो यदि गौरांग नहीं तो तबे के होई तो कैमोने धरिताम दे। by Sri Narahari Sarkar, page 68.
यदि गौरांग नहीं तो तबे की नहीं तो केमने धरिताम दे।
यदि गौरांग नहीं तो तबे की होई तो केमने धरिताम दे।
यदि गौरांग नहीं तो तबे की होई तो केमने धरिताम दे।
यदि गौरांग नहीं तो तबे की होई तो केमने धरिताम दे।
राधार महिमा प्रेम रस सीमा।
राधार महिमा प्रेम रस सीमा।
जगत जानत के जगत जानत के।
राधार महिमा प्रेम रस सीमा जगते जाना तो के। जगते जाना तो के।
गौरांग नहीं तो तबे की होई तो केमने धरिताम दे।
यदि गौरांग नहीं तो तबे की होई तो केमने धरिताम दे।
विपिना माधुरी प्रवेश चातुरी सारा।
ओ मधुर वृंदा विपिन माधुरी प्रवेश चातुरी सारो।
वरज युवती भावेर भगति।
बरज जुवती भावेर भक्ति।
शक्ति होई तका। शक्ति होई तका।
बरज जुवती भावेर भक्ति। शक्ति होई तो का। शक्ति होई तो का।
गौरांग नहीं तो तबे की होई तो केमने धरिताम दे।
यदि गौरांग नहीं तो तबे की होई तो केमने धरिताम दे।
गाओ पुनः पुनः गौरांगेर गुण सरल हरि नाम।
जाओ पुन पुन गौरांगेर गुण सरल होई राम। না দেখিলে Are you ready? Krishna. Is that okay? Or do you want to sing for Radhika? You want to sing for Radha Rani? Krishna. Jamuna Puline by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, page 130. Jamuna Puline Kadamba Kanone Kiherinu Sakhiya Jo Jamuna Moni Moncho Pari Mani Moncho Pari Kore Lilaro Sorajo Kore Lilaro Sorajo अष्टसखी परिजन अष्टसखी परिजन
अष्टादल परि श्री राधा श्री हरि अष्टसखी परिजन अष्टसखी परिजन
सुकीर्तनार्तने सब सखी गणे तुषिचे जुगलधने
गोविन्दनर्तने सब सखी गणे तुषिचे जुगलधने
कृष्ण लीला हेरी प्रकृति सुंदरी कृष्ण
लीला तेरी प्रकृति सुंदरी
विस्तारी छे शोभा मने विस्तारी छे शोभा मने
कृष्ण लीला तेरी प्रकृति सुंदरी विस्तार छे निष्माने विस्तारी छे शोभा
घरे ना जाइबो मने प्रवेशिबो लीला रसे रतने
वने प्रवेशिनो लीला रसे
त्याजी कुलोलाज भज ब्रज राज
भज ब्रजरा
विनोद मिनती करे विनोद मिनती करे
भज ब्रजरा विनोद मीनती करे विनोद मीनती करे
আমি যমুনা পুরিনে কদম্ব কাননে কিহেরি সখিয়া যমুনা
बोलिने कदम्ब कानने गिरिनु सखिया
শ্যাম বংশীধারী মন্দি মঞ্চ পরি
श्यामवंशी हरि मणिमञ्च परि
করে লীলা রসরাজ
करे लीला रसरा
করে লীলা রসরাজ
करे लीला रसरा
কৃষ্ণ হে কৃষ্ণ হে কৃষ্ণ হে কৃষ্ণ হে কৃষ্ণ হে ও কৃষ্ণ হে কৃষ্ণ হে কৃষ্ণ হে কৃষ্ণ হে श्री गोपीनाथ जी की जय। Which bhajan? Shatakoti Gopi? Sure. जल्दी करो. Shatakoti Gopi by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. page 108. 108. Sarasavasante. Shatakoti gopi madhava Shatakoti gopi madhava রাখিতে নারীল করি যতন বেণু গীত ডাকে রাধিকা নাম বেণু গীতে রাখে রাধিকা নাম এসো রাধে রাখায় শ্যাম এসো এসো রাধে রাখায় ভাঙ্গিয়া শিরাস মণ্ডল তবে ভাঙ্গিয়া শিরাস মণ্ডল তবে রাধা অন্বেষণে চলয়ে যাবে দেখা দিয় রাধে রাখো প্রাণ দেখা দিয়া রাধে রাখো প্রাণ বলিয়া কাদয়ে কারণ দেখা বলিয়া কাদয়ে কারণ দেখা নির্জন কারণে রাধারে ধরি নির্জন কারণে রাধারে ধরি মিলিয়া পরাণ জুড়ায় হরি বলে তুহু বিনা কাহারো রাস বলে তুহু বিনা কাহারো রাস লাগি মোর বরজবাস লাগি हेमो राधिका चरण तले हेमो राधिका चरण तले भक्ति विनोद कादाय बोले तुमा गणो माझे आमारे गणी तुमा गणो माझे आमारे गणी करी करिया राखो या पानी करी करिया राखो या पानी शतकोटि गोपी माधव রাখিতে নারিল করি যতন বেনু গীতে রাখে রাধিকা নাম বেনু গীতে রাখে রাধিকা নাম এসো এসো রাধে রাখা এসো এসো রাধে রাখা जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे जय वृषभानुनंदिनी राधे राधे वृषभानुनंदिनी राधे राधे हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी 5 minute Hare Krishna Mahamantra Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Bolo Hare की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, रूपानंद गौरी गुरुवर्ग की जय, गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय, राधा गोपीनाथ की जय, गिरिराज महाराज की जय, हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय, गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, श्री गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदाले कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः विष्णुपदाय राधिकाय प्रियात्मने श्रीश्रीमद्भक्तिवेदान्तनारायणेति नामिने। नमः विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं, यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणम्। First of all, I offer my Dandavat Pranam thousands of times in the dust of the lotus feet of our beloved Srila Gurudev, Nitya Leela Parvishta Om Vishnupad Ashtotara Shata Shri Srimad Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. And the same thousands of Dandavat Pranam in the dust of the lotus feet of Nitya Leela Parvishta Om Vishnupad Ashtotara Shata Shri Srimad Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada, and to all of our Rupanuga Gauriya Guru Varga, and to all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, past, present and future, including all of you who are physically present and all of you who are virtually present, I offer my pranam. Hare Krishna. So we are continuing today with the, I wouldn't call it summary study, the in-depth study of Going Beyond Vaikuntha. It's a beautiful book, a compilation of the Harikatha of our Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, based upon the second part of Sri Brihad Bhagavatamrita by Sri Sanatana Goswami Pad, the journey of Gop Kumar from the state of complete disinterest in anything to do with bhakti, all the way into perfection, realizing his relationship, his nitya sambandha with Krishna in Vrindavan as a cowherd boy. So before entering into this transcendental literature, we will first pray in the dust of the lotus feet of our Srila Gurudev, the commentator, and of Sri Sanatana Goswami Pad, the witnesser of Sri Gopakumar's transcendental journey. Of course, our Gurudev is also witnessing, but it has first been put down on paper by Sri Sanatana Goswami Pad, begging in the dust of their lotus feet that may even a particle of their moods, which are present within these pages, manifest itself within our hearts. Srila Gurudev ki jai, Sri Sanatana Goswami Pad ki jai. Yesterday we were discussing Sri Shyamananda Prabhu. We were observing his Tirobhav Maha Mahotsav, his disappearance anniversary. And actually the journey of Gop Kumar has a very, very strong connection to Shyamananda Prabhu. Also in the biography of our Param Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, in the section entitled Sri Gurudev and the Swarup of the Jiva, the journey of Gop Kumar was also addressed, along with the journey of Shyamananda Prabhu, for the same reason. Gop Kumar was not always in the state of perfection, and yet, no matter where he went, no matter who he associated with, no matter which form of the Supreme Lord he associated with, no matter what pure devotees and all of the different prakoshts he associated with, None of them changed his intrinsic swarup. We have to understand that he was in a situation, at least beginning, that is even more desperate than we are currently. At least we're willing to chant the names of Krishna. We're willing to do parikrama, to sit in front of any Vaishnava and hear Harikatha, to honor Mahaprasad, to reside in Vrindavan, to place our heads in the dust of Vrindavan, to do Govardhan parikrama, to touch Jamuna. We're willing to do active, functions in the path of bhakti for our eternal benefit. Gop Kumar was not even in a stage like that. So for us, this is a great hope. And yet, no matter what, no matter who he associated with, no matter how many persons he met, no matter how many eternal associates of the Lord he associated with, even though they tried to convince him otherwise, that this is perfection, why are you longing for anything else? Still, his swarup did not, would not, and could not change. It could be changed if Krishna really wanted it to, but Krishna doesn't usually want it to. So we've never heard of any example where Krishna actually changes someone's swarup, eternal, intrinsic nature. So Gop Kumar was one such a personality, and he's our primary example of this tattva. But Shyamananda Prabhu is also a primary example that our acharyas utilize to establish this essential truth. Srila Gurudev spoke on this transcendental subject matter so often that when you hear any lecture of his where he does not reference it or does not speak about it, that is a rarity. He spoke on it so often. This was one of it's in the section, the Siddhanta proclaimed by Sri Gurudev. Therefore, our Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, was proclaiming it everywhere, all over the world, far and wide, and spoke on it again and again and again. And so Gop Kumar is also one such a personality through his journey, showing us proof of this transcendental fact that everything is already eternally inherent within us. It just needs to be awakened, as our Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada would tell. He would also say that Krishna consciousness is not an artificial imposition on the mind. It simply needs to be awakened, and through the sound vibration of the Maha Mantra, it can be awakened. So, in this journey of Gop Kumar, we see that he is going to so many different prakoshas, so many different transcendental locations, or as Srila Gurudev keeps referring to them as chambers within the transcendental realm. Vaikuntha is not only one thing. Within the greater realm known as Vaikuntha, also Braj is contained. Also Mathura is contained. Radha Kund is the center. Govardhan is there. All of Braj Mandal is there. All of Mathura Mandal is there. All of Dwarka is there. All of Ayodhya is there. And all of the different avatars of the Lord in all of their different forms and all of their different functions are also there. Not just one Matsya avatar, not just one Kurma avatar, unlimited. And every different species, even those that we have not seen and have not conceived of, everything is present there in Vaikuntha Dham. In so many different chambers, and those devotees that have particular proclivities toward any particular form of the Lord, inherently, intrinsically, from their spiritual inception, you can call it that, the nature of their soul is to serve that particular aspect of the Lord eternally. They will reside in that particular chamber with the Lord and serve the Lord in that particular form there. It is not the same for every individual. In general, we can say, Krishner Nitya Das. All jivas are eternal servants of Krishna. But what aspect of Krishna? That is specific and particular. And Sri Guru, who is expert at diagnosing this, Sri Guru will direct us according to our requirement. according to our nature. Today, I was just reading, Ambarish Prabhu sent me a quote from Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada found in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, I believe, or Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, wherein he's stating that it is not always necessary for a guru to simply give the foundational basics initially. It depends upon the sukriti and sanskar of the disciple. Sri Guru may recognize that immediately and immediately direct the disciple to do bhajan, sadhan toward his goal, as we've seen in the first chapter of Jaiva Dharma. Immediately, Sri Guru recognized the two disciples and the two different natures of those disciples. Very highly qualified personalities. They weren't just coming into Krishna consciousness from eating meat and drinking, alcohol and everything and having no idea of anything. They were very, very advanced and progressed on the spiritual path. So Sri Gurudev, this was Sannyasi Thakur, didn't need to waste his time kind of telling them, oh, you should figure it out, good luck. Immediately he told them what their swarup is eternally and how they should do their sadhana and bhajan to attain perfection. And this is determined by the Gurudev. Whoever our transcendental Gurudev is, he will see how many millions of lifetimes we have made our hard endeavor and where we need to continue from where we left off previously. And he will direct us accordingly. For some persons, our Srila Gurudev told them, you should chant Harinam, gradually you will develop, and then when the time is right, I will give some indication. And for others, immediately he would tell them, you are not of this nature, you are of this nature. You should run in that direction and don't look back. Don't waste your time looking in other directions. So Sri Guru has the capacity to recognize the specific intrinsic serving nature of the disciple toward the particular form of the Lord that disciple has a relationship with. And through all of the Harikatha, through the seva that the disciple renders, and through the mercy of Guru, gradually all of those things will become uncovered. And that disciple will realize herself, will realize itself in its relationship with Krishna. And this is also told by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur very specifically in his commentary on the first verse of Sri Shikshashtakam, Cheto Darpanamarjanam. What is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu telling? He said, if you clean the mirror of the mind, the mirror of the chitta, the consciousness, the mirror of the heart, it may take some time. For some, it's only a very little bit of dust, as Srila Bhakti-Vigyam Bharati Maharaj said. Very easily, you can dust it off and you will be able to see clearly. For others, it may be caked on mud. It takes a little bit of scrubbing, some water and maybe a brush, but it comes off fairly easily. For others, it may be like wood. You'll have to chisel it, but you can still do that. And for others, he said it is like stone or steel. Who can relate to that? Stone or steel covering. Yes. So stone or steel, some very hard surface. What is required to break that apart? Dynamite. But anyhow, Harinam Sankirtan, this is the dynamite. Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. In any case. But for some it's very easy, and for some it's more difficult. And yet, what will happen when that is cleaned off? That mirror will be clean. And that jiva inside will be able to see itself clearly. Who am I really? What is my nature? It doesn't turn into something else. The something else which is covering it is simply removed, and then it is revealed. So it will have simultaneous God realization and self-realization. Because if we can recognize who we are, then we can also recognize our intrinsic nature. Because our nature is not separate from us. In the material world, we'll acquire so many natures. But if something is acquired, that means it is not eternal. Does that make sense? If you can acquire something, then you can get rid of it. So Sri Gurudev, our Guru Varga, have told that what they are giving is simply to awaken what is inside. Srila Gurudev specifically told, because then the argument comes, wait, but Swarup Shakti needs to inject us with something. We require the touch of Hladini Shakti and Samvit Shakti to awaken something. Gurudev said, if something of that was not already present within us, then that would not be able to act upon us. Does that make sense? If there was not already the tendency to burn, then fire would not be able to cause us to ignite. If we didn't have an igniting property within us, then fire from outside would not be able to cause us to ignite. So Srila Gurudev said if that wasn't already a property of us inherently, then the Hladini and Samvit Shakti from the transcendental realm would not be able to awaken that nature within us. So it is already present within us inherently and eternally. So now I want to continue with reading from Srila Gurudev and Sri Sanatana Goswami Pad about all of these amazing prakoshas. And what they are proving to us is that no matter where Gopkumar is going, no matter where he went, his nature has not changed. There will be those whose nature it is to go there. But for those whose nature it is to go beyond that realm, they will never find their alignment or their satisfaction being trapped in any realm that is not according to their nature. Hence we see that Gopkumar was in so many places but never satisfied. Although he was in Vaikuntha, the land, the realm of satisfaction, yet he was not satisfied because his Atma was not aligned with its own intrinsic nature. So we had heard about Kurma Avatar, the manifestation of the Supreme Lord, who has an eternal itch on his back and who wants his back scratched. The turtle incarnation. Therefore he has manifested this amazing pastime where the Mandara mountain would be on his back, where the demigods and the demons holding the great snake Vasuki as a rope would churn this mountain to churn the ocean of milk. But that was scratching his back and giving him a very pleasing sensation. So many things manifested from the ocean of milk at this time, including Lakshmi Devi, including the elephant carrier of Indra, Airavat, including the very most dangerous poison, Kalakutta, right? Or how do you pronounce that? Kalakutta. And so many other different things manifested from the ocean of milk, including Somaras. So we're just getting to that. Somaras is the nectar of the gods. Not the nectar of God, Krishna, but the nectar of the demigods in the heavenly planets. It is considered to be the nectar of immortality, but actually it does not give immortality. It just keeps you appearing to be immortal until your garland drops off, and then again, we have to cycle through. So Srila Gurudev is telling that another Kurma incarnation appeared in another yuga or Manvantar to support the earth planet throughout its entire duration. These are two separate Kurma incarnations. But we should understand that there are more than two. There are unlimited. And each one has its own home in the transcendental realm of Vaikuntha. We cannot fathom the awesomeness of Godhead. It is unlimited. He is unlimited. And all of his manifestations are also unlimited. Regarding creation, there was only water. Brahma heard a sound indicating that he should perform tapasya or austerities. After this, he met Narayan and heard the 4 root verses, Chatushloki of the Bhagavatam. So from that, the rest of Bhagavatam was manifested. But Brahma heard those 4, we also hear as nutshell verses, those root verses of Srimad Bhagavatam, and he was empowered by that to create. But for creation, there must be a foundation. And at that time, there was no base, because the earth was submerged in water. So Varaha, in the form of a very, very small entity like a weevil, emerged from what part of Lord Brahma's body? Does anyone know? Not from his navel. Brahma came from a lotus flower from the navel of Vishnu. Ah, yes, like a small weevil emerged from the nose of Lord Brahma. In our Krishna Stories tapes, as children, Brahma says, "What in the three worlds is that?" He's very confused. What is that? And immediately he doubled in size. Then, when he was a little distance away, he assumed a form so large that he filled the entire sky. And he jumped straight into the ocean with both his snout and his feet pointed downward. We should understand that the swan dive was invented by God himself. Snout down, feet down, and he dove into the depths of the ocean, Garbodak Ocean. Such violent waves were produced that they even reached up to heaven and Brahmalok. So he split the ocean. The waves went to both sides so high that it went all the way up to Svarga and Brahmalok. Can you imagine how big those waves were? The biggest tsunami you could never conceive of. I would just be like, take me now, Hare Krishna. The water was spread in all directions. When Varahadev arrived at Rasatal, this is the depths of that ocean, he took the earth on his snout and established it above the water. This is one Varaha incarnation. There is also another Varaha incarnation who found that when he went to Rasatal, Hiranyaksha, that is the brother of Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha was there waiting for him. That is a different Varaha. Interesting, isn't that? Hiranyaksha had been searching for his equal in heroics, and he had asked Narad where he could find such a person. He was told to go to Varunadev, that is the god of water, who told him, yes, you will find a suitable opponent, and he will grind you to pieces. So Hiranyaksha was so powerful, he was defeating everyone. He was looking for a suitable match. Is there anyone in all of creation that can fight with me? He went to Varunadev. Varunadev said, I'm an old man. I've fought so many battles, but I'm not the one you're looking for. But when you do meet that person who is qualified to fight with you, he will destroy you completely. Hiranyaksha became quite excited. Oh, there is somebody who is qualified to fight with me. Then I will fight with him and I will kill him. This was his nature. So Hiranyaksha asked, who is this person? Varunadev said, Vishnu. Where can I find him? Varunadev said, he is everywhere, but finding him is very, very difficult. When you meet him, he will destroy your pride. Hiranyaksha was told that if he went to Rasatal at the time of the final dissolution, he would meet Vishnu there. He arrived there first, and he remained waiting there for a very long time, submerged in the water. Finally, Varaha arrived there and took the earth on his snout, just as a huge elephant holds a small flower, or as someone holds a mustard seed. It was so easy for him. He established the earth above the water, and then turned to fight with the demon. It is said that Hiranyaksha was actually trying to attack Varahadev, as Varahadev was carrying the earth. But imagine if you had a child with you, and someone came to fight with you. You know you could fight with them, but first you want to place the child in a safe place, then you'll go and fight. So Varaha was going very quickly, and Hiranyaksha was chasing. Hey, you coward, get back here, I want to fight you. But Varaha did not listen. Varaha first brought Bhumi Devi, Mother Earth, to the top of the water, placed her in a very safe, balanced situation, and then turned to fight with Hiranyaksha. They fought for thousands of years. And in the end, Varaha killed Hiranyaksha with his club, thereby destroying his pride. Does anyone know the last hit of Varahadev to Hiranyaksha. With the back of his hoof, he hit him at the base of the ear here. And in that moment, Hiranyaksha's eyes, like rasgullas, all of his skeleton broke and he collapsed, dead on the battlefield. A blessed death, an amazing scene. So then Varahadev disappeared. These are two separate Varaha incarnations. One is white, the other is black. If you notice in Srimad Bhagavatam, the story is being told as one story. It looks like it is one, but Srila Jiva Goswami, Rup Goswami and Laghu Bhagavatamrita, he has told Laghu Bhagavatam, he has told that actually this is many kathas of Varahadev. There in the purport it is told actually 5 different Varahadevs that we know of or more have been told, but this katha is 2 different ones. It's an amalgamation, a compilation of those 2 kathas. So there are many different Varahadevs. Another one is called Yajsa Varaha. I think that is Yagya. It says Yajsa. In each of his pores are millions of Brahmandas, and he accepts the results of sacrifice. By his mercy, the earth heard the Puranas, the same ones written by Vyas. So from this we can understand that the Puranas are eternal. So Vyas has written what he has received. He's not creating or concocting anything. He's receiving something which is eternal, and he is sharing that. Devotees prayed to this Varaha because the earth's surface was too rough and they were unable to do any farming. It would not retain water, and the people could not live without grains and water. So, being merciful, Varaha incarnated, and with his teeth he uprooted big mountains and made the earth's surface smooth. This is the nature of a boar, that with his snout he digs. Afterwards, the earth appeared as if it had been plowed. Generally, when people see pigs, they stay away from them. People think boars are dirty things. Pigs are dirty creatures. If any Muslim sees a pig, they're like, haram! Like, they stay away. Don't show that to us. We don't want to see it. We don't want to think about it. This is something filthy. And even we saw previously there were so many pigs roaming in Vrindavan. And of course, we would stay away from them. They were very polite, very respectful, just simply doing their seva, cleaning the dham, which I gave so much respect for. But people think they're dirty, but we should understand that their source is the Supreme Lord. And although we might think that this creature that is roaming around here is a disgusting, filthy creature, yet the Supreme Lord is the original form of that. He has manifested that form and all of the forms of the Lord, no matter what species they are in. We cannot really conceive it. We might see some creature and think, oh, that is terrible. But the original form of that, as the Supreme Lord, would be so beautiful, so attractive, and so amazing. We should understand this. That just because the Lord has this form, it doesn't mean that He is disgusting. He is transcendental and beautiful. And from Him, then everything else has manifested. He also has a human form, human-like form. And the form that we know as humans are made in the image of Krishna. This is told in all scriptures. It is told in the Vedas, it is told in the Bible, it is told in the Quran. Gurudev would always quote the one from the Quran, that we are made in the image of God. There may be ugly humans, and from the perspective of Devas, we're probably all ugly. It is said that the most beautiful, we heard this growing up, the most beautiful woman in this world would be like a frog compared to the general women of the heavenly planets. And the most beautiful woman of the heavenly planets would be like a frog compared to the gopis. So we cannot imagine how ugly we might look compared to these personalities. And yet, the origin is transcendently beautiful always. So here's a little bit of interesting, transcendental, I'm not going to call it trivia, but it is something that we should take into consideration. When Varahadev appeared to dig the earth with his snout, at that time the earth personified assumed the form of a female in the shape of a boar. Her name was Dharitri Devi, and she was the potency or Shakti of Bhu Devi, the potency of Mother Earth. Vishnu assumed the form of a boar, so she also became a boar, as a female boar. And from them, they had a son. That son was first known as Dharitri Nandan, son of God. But due to bad association, Gurudev said, with personalities like personalities like Shishupal, Dantavakra, Jarasandha, etc., due to bad association, he became known as the hellish Asur, or the Asur of hell, Narakasur. And Varahadev himself, in his other form as Krishna, went to rescue the 16,000 princesses that had been kidnapped by Narakasur, and Krishna killed that demon, Narakasur. So we should understand that bad association, Gurudev said association is what makes or breaks anyone. If it is good association, it will lead us to perfection, and if it is bad association or asat sangha, unfavorable association, it can take one away from the path of righteousness, the path of bhakti. So from them, Narakasur was born. Originally his name was Dharitri Nandan, not Narakasur, but as a result of falling into bad association, he became a demon. Oh, it's from here. Every Varaha Dvadashi, I read the kathas, but not directly from this book, so it's from here. Association is what makes bhakti appear in any heart, and also that which can make it disappear. It is the cause of our bondage or liberation. We will become just like those with whom we keep company. So bad association is the most dangerous enemy of our hearts. By keeping bad company, even the son of Bhagavan and the earth personified became sinful. Whose company did he keep? Duryodhan, Shakuni, Kamsa, Jarasandha, so many personalities who were opposed to Krishna, and all were atheistic. He took the association of all of these people and then tried to give Bhagavan trouble. Therefore, he became known as Narakasur. So this is a very important point. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells Raghunath Das Goswami, Asat Sangat Tyag. And Srila Gurudev and our acharyas have defined this asat sangha, or unfavorable association, as two things. One being more dangerous than the other. Associating with worldly minded persons and lusty persons. And then Srila Gurudev added, associating with those who are attached to associating with lusty persons. Gurudev said, which one is more dangerous? Sometimes we find, even amongst ourselves or other devotees, that we may be full of lust, but we're repenting. I'm such a lusty person. I need help. Oh Gurudev, oh Vaishnavas, help me. But that person who is one-pointed, who wants to increase their lust, who does not have any repentance mood, that is more dangerous. In the same way that associating with the devotees of Krishna is more beneficial for developing bhakti than associating with Krishna himself, because the devotee is the reservoir of bhakti. Bhakti manifests by associating with the bhakta. In the same way, if we associate with those who are attached to those who are lusty, etc., then that is more dangerous than directly associating with the lusty person who may be repenting. So Srila Gurudev explained this. So Mahaprabhu says, asat sanga tyag. Avoid association with materialistic persons, with atheistic persons, with lusty persons, and especially with those who are attached to associating with lusty persons. This will drag any good person, even a good person, away from the path of bhakti. As is the example here, just because someone may be considered the son of God, or they may actually be the son of God, it does not mean that they cannot be taken by devilish association. So we should be so careful at all times to only maintain association which is favorable for the increase of our bhakti. That is called satsang. And only that kind of association will actually bring about or awaken within our hearts a desire for perfection. That association is the most important thing here and now. It is the most important thing from here all the way into perfection, and it is the most important thing within perfection. Krishna Bhakti Janmamul Hoy Sadhu Sangha. The root cause of the awakening, of the birth of Krishna Bhakti, is associating with saintly persons, Sadhu Sangha. And even after the attainment of Krishna Prem, perfection, means once we've arrived in the realm of perfection, the most important essential thing is association with the pure devotees of Krishna. And you see, in the realm of Krishna, what are all of his associates doing? They're all coming together and constantly discussing his glories. Even the gopis, especially the gopis. They're always, if they can't speak it out loud, they're discussing it through their glances. Did you see how beautiful Krishna is? Did you see how he was dancing? All of these things are always discussing the beautiful pastimes of Krishna. So this is the nature of the devotees of Krishna. They're always seeking association with the devotees of Krishna. If you see in Srimad Bhagavatam, one lila after the next, after the next, after the next. Whenever the Lord gives any benediction, what would you like? Again and again. Again and again and again. What do the devotees say? Please always keep me in the association of your pure devotees, so that I can always hear your transcendental glories. Satam prasangam mama virya samvido bhavanti hrit karna rasayana kata. Srila Gurudev ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Rupanuga Gauriya Guru Varga ki jai, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Shri Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bo. I lost my page. Tajjoshana Rashva Bharga Bhargman? Huh? 1 hour. Maybe I should start singing bhajans earlier. This is 40 minutes. It depends, But it's a very exciting subject matter. Vrade Shraddharatir Bhaktir Anukramishyati. Okay. Radhe Radhe. Yes, you should lead the arti. Come on. Radhe Radhe. We will see you all tomorrow. Shri Shri Radha Gopinath Ji ki jai.